Alright guys, I am here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for May 10th, 2012. Before I get into that, there's a lot of stuff to cover tonight. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some news that I have heard. This one's kind of old, but Anarquia from Mexican America and TNA was fired. So I don't know what they're going to do with Mexican America. I assume they need knockouts for at least the Knockouts tag title division, so I assume Sarita and Rosita will be fine, but they really can't do the Mexican America gimmick without him, so I think that's just gone. Then I read that Gail Kim married Robert Irvine, one of the chefs on the Food Network. So the only reason I bring this up is because this makes me think there's a very good chance she will drop the belt Sunday, go on her honeymoon, whatever. But yeah, just hearing about that, I think it's a good chance she'll lose to Brooke Sunday. Also, Ring of Honor had this special thing yesterday where you could watch Bryan Danielson versus CM Punk from 2004, and then you could watch Briscoes and Papa Briscoe versus the House of Truth. So I went to watch it. It was supposed to be from 6 to 8, and the stream didn't work. I couldn't watch the damn thing, so I was pissed. I was upset because I planned to buy the pay-per-view Saturday, and I do not want another Showdown in the Sun fiasco. However, they said that they were testing out the streaming, obviously, and they didn't expect that many people for the free show, but that everything's going to be fine for the Saturday pay-per-view. So I'm hoping there are no problems. However, if you do want to watch those two free matches, they are on Ring of Honor YouTube channel, and you can watch it. It's like an hour worth of wrestling between Bryan Danielson versus Punk and the Briscoes versus House of Truth. So I'm definitely going to watch it here soon before the pay-per-view. And finally, the last news item is Cena is getting divorced. Apparently John Cena and his long-term high school sweetheart are getting divorced, which sucks. I feel sorry for him. However, he's the one who initiated it, and apparently his wife is getting Hulk Hogan's ex-wife's lawyer. So Linda's lawyer is going to be with her, and even though they were only married for 3.5 years, they're going on the stance that she helped him build everything, and he's worth about $18 million, the article said. So she signed a prenup, a prenup that allows Cena to take back any gifts or presents. So yeah, he signed a pretty strong prenup, so I think he's probably going to be fine. However, the article said that this is going to dwarf the Hulk Hogan divorce as far as nastiness. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I assume John Cena is going to be fine. If she signed a prenup, I think he's in the clear. But anyways, that's it. So on to TNA Impact's Go Home show for Sacrifice this Sunday. Rude comes out. He talks about embarrassing Anderson, how he took Anderson, Hardy, and RVD out last week. There's a kid playing a DS in the background. He says he will be the longest reigning champion in TNA history. RVD comes out. He punches Rude. Rude runs off. Anderson attacks him on the ramp. Hardy comes out, helps them. What a great bunch of baby faces. Picking on one guy. 3 guys on one here. Oh man, so Hardy and Anderson start fighting each other. The officials, Al Snow, D'Lo Brown, the typical guys come out and break it up. Then Hogan comes out and he says, "I like it, I like it, I like it." He makes a fatal 4-way match for tonight. If Hardy or Anderson win, they take RVD's place at Sacrifice. If Rude wins, he gets to pick his opponent, and if RVD wins, he gets to pick the Stip. Hogan says every man has something to win or to gain, and everybody has something to lose. But not really, because if Anderson or Hardy lose, they don't really lose anything. They're kind of just getting a free shot here for doing nothing. So anyway, Hogan asked RVD if he's willing to make the sacrifice, brother. And of course he is. So then we see Bully Ray cutting a promo on Aries, says he's been the biggest thorn in his side. Gail Kim cuts a promo on Brooke Tessmacher, how it doesn't matter that she's beat her. Madison starts asking her about underwear. She says, "What's going on with you, Madison?" She says, "It's for a guy I like." Now, this is just me speculating. However, knowing TNA and knowing that they need to do something with the Knockouts division, I'm wondering if we're going to find out that Madison is having an affair with Eric Young. I'm just throwing it out there, just something that came to my mind. I didn't hear this from anybody else, just watching the show and it popped in my head, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Maybe Madison, her special guy is Eric Young. But anyway, on to Brooke versus Velvet. They shake their asses at each other. Brooke hits some kind of slam for the win, and Gail attacks Brooke and hits the Eat Defeat on her. So Brooke wins, and I gotta say it was entertaining. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I thought it was entertaining. So AJ is being attacked by a reporter. He says he's got no comment on the secret and he's focused on Angle. Hardy says he will end the selfish generation. Then we get Crimson versus Matt Morgan final confrontation. Matt Morgan comes to the ring for the match. Bully Ray attacks him from behind, lays him out with a chain. He kind of hits Morgan's head with a chair, but not really. Morgan's like in between the ring post on the outside, and Bully Ray just kind of hits the ring post. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Morgan's busted open. Bully says it will be Aries next. The officials come out. Al Snow tells Bully to leave. This was awesome. Bully's got the chair with him, and the officials are trying to help Morgan. He says, "Don't touch him. Don't you touch him. If you touch him, I'll lay you out with the chair." And I was like, this is awesome. Morgan's sitting there bleeding and his hands like shaking. And this was awesome. So they stretcher Morgan out. Then Crimson cuts a promo on how Morgan said he would end the streak. He tells the ref to count to 10 to see if anyone wants to challenge him. No one does. I thought it was an okay promo by Crimson. I think he's much better as a heel. However, this went on way too long. They show an awesome RVD hype video for Sacrifice. I thought this was a great video here. Then we get Zema Ion versus Austin Aries for the X Division title. I'm glad to see Zema Ion back. I think he's awesome. I noticed Zema has a new can of hairspray and Austin Aries has a new cape. Zema hits his finisher, or what he's been using as his finisher, but Aries kicks out. And I think Zema, at one point in this match, actually stomped on Aries' head, because it looked like Aries started to get really stiff with him after this. When I was watching the match, he kind of stomped him, and Aries looked like he got hurt for real, or at least hurt enough to get pissed off. And after that, he was just kind of working pretty stiff with Zema Ion here. It was a great match, though. Aries wins with a brainbuster. Daniels and Kazarian talk about revealing the secret. Daniels says AJ's been on top for too long. If that's the top, I'd hate to see the bottom. I mean, what's the bottom? Douglas Williams? Gotta be the bottom. But yeah, I thought that was a ridiculous thing to say. RVD says that if he wins, he's thinking ladder match. Then Kaz and Daniels come out. They tell AJ to come out and reveal the secret. Daniels says he's the new face of Impact Wrestling. AJ finally comes out. They show him the evidence. Well, Kaz says he was protecting AJ, but after seeing the evidence, he can't protect him anymore, which I guess they're trying to use to explain why Kazarian was reluctantly going with Daniels. However, they build up to the evidence, and they build up to a picture of AJ kissing Dixie. The fans chant yes. They do the yes chant, and then AJ just stands there. I don't know what they're going to do with this. I hope that this is good for AJ because it involves Dixie, and maybe it'll get some more spotlight and TV time for AJ, who deserves it. Maybe they'll involve Surge with this. Dixie's husband, who was on the show back in 2010, I believe. Most people probably don't even know who the hell I'm talking about when I say Surge, but it's Dixie's husband. So Robbie E with Rob Terry versus Devon for the TV Championship. Devon attacks them both. Devon tosses Terry into the stairs and wins with a spine buster. Afterwards, Terry lays him out and hands the title to Robbie E, which I thought was unusual. But then Devon cuts a promo making it a handicap 2-on-1 match for Sacrifice, him versus both guys. I figured they would do something like this. I even mentioned it in my predictions video that they would do something like this. I mean, Rob Terry is on the poster for the show, for God's sake. He's got to be on there somewhere. But then they show a video package for James Storm. Then they show this funny-ass video of Abyss missing. This was awesome. Joe Parks comes out. He acts like he's got trouble getting in the ring. He talks with no microphone. He's acting like a total, newbie. He says that his search always comes back to Bully Ray. He says he wants to watch Sacrifice with the fans. Bully comes out. How many angles is Bully Ray in? Seriously, you got this one. You got Austin Aries, and he's in the Eric Garrett Bischoff angle. So Bully Ray is getting a lot of TV time. But Bully says that it's not a courtroom, and he can do to him what he did to Matt Morgan earlier. Joseph Parks, brings up people who have beat Bully Ray, Devon, his brother. Bully pushes him down and then leaves, and we see Joe Parks laughing. Anderson says he's going to go after Rude tonight. Then Kurt Angle says AJ needs to worry about him, not this secret. And then we get the main event, Rob Van Who Gives a Damn versus Anderson versus Hardy versus Rude. Hardy has no makeup on. I thought that was worth noting. And they all attack Rude, and then it's Hardy and Anderson fighting each other. I gotta say, there were some crazy spots that RVD and Hardy took here. They looked pretty good on TV with the dives and stuff, especially RVD for his age and having a big match, ladder match, Sunday. I know it's taped beforehand though, but anyway, where was I here? RVD has the skull on his tights, and I'm just wondering if this is for Ryback, because it looks just like the Ryback Terminator thing, and everybody's mentioned how Ryback is wearing RVD's tights. So I was just wondering if RVD put the skull on for Ryback. I thought that was kind of funny. Anderson hits the mic check on Rude. Then he goes after Hardy. RVD hits a frog splash on Rude, gets the win, makes it a ladder match. He drags a ladder out from under the ring, and then he climbs the ladder in the ring. And then Abyss comes out. Everyone's shocked, and he cuts a promo on his brother Joe Parks. He says that he's getting too close to the fire and needs to back off before he gets burned. They had this all figured out. Joe Parks is Abyss. Everyone knows this. So where the hell are they going to go with this? I was thinking, maybe they would do something like his brother gets hurt by Bully and then Abyss can come back, something like that. They had that. They had it all planned out. And then they have to cut this promo with Abyss telling his brother to back away. So now it's like, what the hell is going to happen? You can't have a match with the same man. So, I mean, I don't know what they're doing with this, but yeah, that's overall, I gotta say, I thought this was a good go-home show. I thought a lot of stuff happened here tonight. I found the show really entertaining, had some good matches, especially Aries and Zema Ion, and overall, I liked this show this week. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty good, and we had some good build to Sacrifice, and, you got the AJ secret, you got Abyss returning. So, a lot of stuff happened here. But yeah, that's my review of Impact this week, guys. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments below. I have a prediction video for Sacrifice pay-per-view already up, if you haven't seen that yet. And that's it. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. And that's it, guys. So I'll be back tomorrow with a review of WWE SmackDown, probably tomorrow morning. And then I'm also going to have a review of the new movie Dark Shadows up tomorrow afternoon. So I hope you guys can check that out, and thanks for watching. Bye.